what you did for D Savage, the employees of D Savage, in fighting their criminal cases, which were completely baseless and were ultimately, I want everyone under the sound of my voice to hear, thrown completely out of the courthouse because they had no merit whatsoever. That man was the person that did that, and we've met.
Come on.
Correct. We've met intimately, along with other co-counsel.
What did we say his name was?
Michael, come on. Look, we've met intimately with our clients on over the past several months. You know, this was a very, very, serious, break point in their lives. I mean, something that they are going to talk about for the rest of their lives. You were there.
You were there.
Right. And we care deeply about these people that we represent now.
That's why we're on the show, man, out of respect for you.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm here for any of it. I remember the story of one of the employees that told the story of like how his backpack got taken, which had his computer and his glasses.
Yeah.
He couldn't see and he couldn't study. Like, what are you fuckers
James?
doing? You know what I mean? Like, it was like that. Like that just resonated with me. Like, you charge him. You take his glasses and his backpack.
The fallout from this case.
By the way, the person whose voice you just heard was Michael Flores.
And when you need him, you need to call him the top cannabis and DUID attorneys and business minds in the state of Michigan.
There you go. There you go, man.
But by the way,
I love the civil rights game, though. I can tell you my losses there, and the civil rights, 1983 cases. I want to start hanging with you on those.
You really got to be an optimist to be a civil rights lawyer. You really do. And by the way, Michael, why don't you introduce all of us one more time, because we've been lost in obscurity.
We have. Well,
unless you can.
If the listeners did not know, I am surrounded by the genius lawyers. Starting with William H. Billy Murphy Jr.
That would be me.
And he's a judge. You're a judge.
No, he used to be.
Used to be a judge, amongst other things. Should we talk about some of these accomplishments here? Firm's founder, senior partner, respected legal legacy counsel. He's been a Baltimore trial attorney for decades, aggressively and effectively handling a broad range of ongoing cases. Career highlights. One of the most notable victims became a legendary case in sports history.
Don King.
Don King. That's what I'm saying. 5 hours. We're doing 5 hours now. Let's go.
Come on, show. And I'm getting disillusioned because he can't even read. He got the stuff in front of him, and he can't read.
It's the printout. The printouts all over the place.
I'm disillusioned.
Don't blame Steve.
Steve gets it.
Steve gets it.
Steve, look, I'm the one that loves you, Steve. He can hear us.
By the way, that was... Malcolm Ruff.
Malcolm Ruff is also here with us. He works with Mr. Murphy at Mr. Murphy's law firm. He, of course, is an attorney as well, handling the D Savage, heading up at the D Savage along with everyone else, the civil rights case. As we heard, we went to law school. Where'd you go to law school again?
I went to the University of Baltimore.
That's right.
And as a member of the Duke University football team, go Dukies. I too know that you gotta play the whole game. You never give up, even though we ended up on the wrong side of that stick many a time. I graduated in 2006, but it taught me a lot of lessons about tenacity.
Yes,
and that's why we've been so successful. Just in my short time with Murphy, Falcon, and Murphy, and then of course. You got my
Brandon
buddy
L.
here,
Wyatt.
who has his own firm.
Yeah.
Brandon L. Wyatt.
Before we get to Brandon.
Yes.
Let's talk about Malcolm for a few minutes more.
Some big wins.
Malcolm is a superstar in the making. He is my favorite protege. I've never met anybody who
I want to be your protege. Is that okay? Seriously.
Hey, man.
What do I got to do? What do I got to do?
And now all the other proteges are mad.
I could be your least favorite protege. How about that?
Look. You got to be willing to work for free.
Say what?
If you work for free, I'll take you.
The Planet Green Trees Show.